double champion, Christian Lee. Christian, massive congratulations. That was an epic comeback, epic performance, a really memorable one. You had to go to a dark place to get Abasov out of there. Safe to say this is the deepest you've ever had to dig in your career?
Absolutely. This was the toughest fight of my career. And, Abasov brought out the best in me. I feel like I brought out the best in him. And it was definitely not an easy fight, but all the training and hard work that I put in was able to pay off when the time came down to it.
We'll go across to our first question from the media now, which comes from Jeffrey Hu of Kung Fu Kingdom.
Hello, Christian. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Christian, first of all, congratulations on being the champ. You've shown a lot of heart, and I would like to ask, you were like in the first round, you were knocked down, and it seemed like that you were going to get finished, but then somehow you managed to gain second wind, and like the guy just said, it was a really tough fight for you, and it was really tiring, but you managed to like pull through and get the win. Was there anything else that like helped you to like dig deep besides like the training?
Well, aside from the training, which of course is what allows me the ability to keep pushing, I feel like what helped me to dig deep when I really had to was going back to the reason why I fight. I don't just fight for myself. I'm in there fighting for my family. I'm in there fighting to provide. So there's not a second that I think about quitting when I'm in there. So as long as I still got a little bit of fight left in me, I'm going to keep pushing forward.
That's some really great motivation. And so now that you're the welterweight champion, what do you plan on doing after this? Like, say, are you planning on defending your welterweight title like a few times, or do you plan on like moving back down to featherweight and like try to go for a triple champ status?
I definitely don't plan on moving back to featherweight. If I do claim a third world title, it'll only be going up. But right now, I've got my hands real full with 2 world titles. So I don't plan on abandoning the lightweight division just yet. My next fight is going to be down at lightweight, defending the belt. But for now, I've taken 2 fights within the last 3 months. I'm ready to take a little break, take some time off, and then get right back to work.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Jeffrey. For our next question, it comes in via the chat from spin.ph, who asks, how did you feel as a welterweight, and how does it compare to lightweight?
I felt great fighting at welterweight, and it's very similar to fighting at lightweight. In the lightweight division, you have a roster full of very tough opponents, and at welterweight, it's much of the same, except that they're 15 pounds heavier. For me, I feel that I'm competitive in both divisions, and I plan on doing so for the next few fights.
Next question comes from Luisa Morales of Philippine Star, who asks, what does it mean to you becoming the welterweight champ just a couple of months after regaining the lightweight belt?
It's an amazing feeling. Definitely the highlight of my career. This fight was my biggest fight yet, and I'm very happy that I was able to get the job done and get a finish in the 4th round.
Next up, we go to Abdullah from Verdict MMA.
Hey, Christian, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's clear that you're not just trying to keep the family legacy alive. You're chasing new heights to elevate it to another level, and you did just that tonight. What's the next step for the family to leaving no doubt that the Lee name is the greatest family name in combat sports?
That's the thing about my family is I got 4 siblings. We're all doing what we love to do, and everybody is writing their own path. So my sister, she's the current atomweight world champion. She's doing amazing in her career. My little sister, she's going to be back in the ring soon, and you guys will see my little brother before long. So my family, we work extremely hard, and each of us are just doing what we love on our own path. And I think the work that we put in shows for itself. So I don't think any one of us is focused on what our family is doing. Each of us are just doing our own thing, and the work shows for itself.
Can't wait to see it. You're now the double champion. There's really not much left to do, especially at your young age. Is there any goal that you set for yourself that you haven't achieved yet?
I saw a recent video. A fellow competitor over in the UFC, Islam Makhachev, called me out. He's inviting me over to the UFC to fight him for his lightweight title. I would love to make that fight happen. Let's see it. Let's do a cross promotion event. Lightweight world champion from UFC against lightweight world champion from one championship. We'll see who's the real best lightweight in the world.
And the last one for me. From the start of your career until now, who's been the biggest influence on it?
I don't think that there's a way you could put that on one person. I give the credit to everybody around me. Of course, my parents, they started me off on this journey. I started training in martial arts from a very young age, from the time that I could walk. And so, of course, it helped coming from a martial arts family. And then my wife, we've been together for as long as I can remember, since high school, before I started fighting. And, she's been such a key role in all of my success. I owe everything to her. And, my baby girl that was just born, I mean, she's the biggest motivating factor that I could have. Just every day when I step into the gym, every day I step in here into the ring, I know that I'm fighting to provide for my family. So just everything, everybody around me is a positive influence, and I'm grateful for the support system that I have.
Amazing, brother. Congratulations on the win. I look forward to the next one.
Thank you.
Thanks, Abdullah. We go across now to Andrew Mack from MMA Ireland.
Hello, Christian. Congratulations. So
Thank
we
you.
share a favorite quote. You have to want to be successful as bad as you want to breathe. What does that quote mean to you now, especially after the fight in that first round?
That quote holds true. In that fight, towards the end of the fight, I'm telling you, I could not breathe, but I wanted to win more. So, it's true. In order to be successful, you have to put everything on the line. You have to be successful as bad as you want to breathe. And I think that the best in the world know that.
So you've been champion for a while, and as champion, you can only fight the top contenders. Is there any fighter that you want to fight for fun that ignoring your championship, just you want to fight to have fought them?
Right now, I'm the lightweight world champion, the welterweight world champion. I want to fight the best of the best. So whoever that may be, I spoke earlier about a potential crossover fight between UFC lightweight champion Islam Makhachev. That's definitely an exciting fight. But we'll see where it goes. I'm keeping my options open, and just whatever I can do to challenge myself.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Our next question comes from Jay Anderson of Cage Side Press. Go ahead, Jay.
Thanks very much. And Christian, congratulations, champ. Hell of a performance tonight. Absolutely wild fight, start to finish. And obviously the first round. I'm not going to ask you to try and go over that first round. I don't even want to. But what did your corner tell you going into the second?
My corner, consisting of my dad, my brother Adrian, and Shakur, I couldn't tell you. The fight's a blur. It literally just happened. But I can tell you that a very pivotal moment of the fight happened in the fourth round when the finish was there. I was looking for the arm triangle. As you can see, if you play the fight back, I heard my dad yell over to abandon it and to go for the finish. That's what I did, and the finish happened. So, and I have the best corner in the world.
Absolutely. And we had Chatri in here earlier, and he did mention that he felt you looked a little slower tonight. He thought maybe, the extra weight might have factored into that. Is that something that you felt, or was there something else behind that, perhaps?
No, I agree. I felt a little bit slow. I felt a little bit sluggish in there. I definitely don't think that it was my best performance. I know that I can do better. But I got to go back and I got to watch the fight to really see, right after a long fight like that, it's hard to see things clearly. So I'm going to go back and watch the fight. But absolutely, I believe that there was a few things that factored into me starting off a bit slow in the fight. But the hard work that I put in was able to pay off and help me dig deep when I had a slow start. So although this, in my opinion, was not my best performance, I'm happy with the outcome.
Dig deep you did. Obviously, you got the outcome you wanted. Last one for me. You mentioned the possible crossover with Islam. We know the UFC doesn't really like to co-promote. We know that Bellator does. And tonight, Usman Nurmagomedov, another member of that team with Islam, picked up the lightweight title there. Would you be interested in that maybe?
You know, for me, a fight like that isn't as interesting. Without discrediting anybody or any promotion. Right now, in my opinion, I only see the two promotions at the top, and that's the UFC and one championship. So for me, if I'm to do a crossover promotion, I would want it to be against the other key promotion out in the West.
All right. Well, looking forward to your next one, no matter who it's against.
Thank you.
Cheers, Jay. Our next question comes from Vincent Richards of Sportskeeda.
Hi, Christian. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Christian, first round was tough. We all saw it, but in the fourth round, you had dominated Abasov with your striking. Can you just tell us where you found that mental and physical strength that just to dominate Abasov in the final minutes?
I believe that the physical strength came from my training, my preparation, all of the thousands of rounds that I'm doing in the gym, the hours of training. But on the mental side, that came from a different preparation. That came from the experience of fighting for the last 8 years, from doing this my whole life, from learning by my mistakes, and everything that I've experienced over the past few years has led to me building up the mindset that I have that's able to allow me to dig deep and to push when it really comes down to it.
Just another question. Of course, you're a dad now, but what was it like fighting, preparing for the fight, knowing that you have another baby coming your way?
For me, it's added motivation. There was already enough pressure, but enough motivation fighting to provide for my one daughter. And now with another baby on the way, I got to do my job as a dad. I got to provide for my family. So losing was not an option.
Thanks so much, Christian, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Cheers, Vince. Our next question is from Jack Dankoff of Sherdog.
Congratulations, Christian. Incredible performance.
Thank you.
As one of the few Canadian mixed martial artists to win a championship in a major organization, how does it feel to now be one of only two Canadian mixed martial artists to become a two-weight world champion, the other one being George St. Pierre?
It feels great, this was just such a big moment for me in my career, and I'm very glad that I was able to get this opportunity, first of all, and then second, to capitalize on it and to win the title. So a very big moment for me in my career, and I'm just very happy, very relieved that it's all done and the goal has been accomplished.
Right. And one more for me. You mentioned a cross-promotion fight with Islam Makhachev, which would obviously be huge. Without giving away too much, because obviously you wouldn't want to give away your game plan, would you attempt to grapple him? Because your grappling tonight looked outstanding, and that was at 170 pounds. or welterweight. So would you try to grapple him at lightweight?
Absolutely. I would feel confident grappling anybody in the world. And if the two of us were to face off, I think it would make for a great fight. Definitely exciting for the fans. And I would not be afraid to bring it to the ground to grapple him.
Thank you, Christian. Congrats.
Thank you.
Our next question comes from our media on the ground over there in Singapore, Ching Shi Jia from Asia One. Please go ahead.
Hi, Christian. So you got a daughter and another one coming your way. What if they tell you when you grow up that you plan to follow daddy's footsteps and continue fight, join the Lee Fighting Club?
Well, I want to be a supportive parent. I want to be a dad that lets my kids grow up and do what they love to do and what they want to do. But I'll tell you honestly, I really hope and pray that they do not want to fight. It's not something that I would want for my kids. I could not imagine them fighting in the ring, but that's all I have to say for that.
Another question for me. So some of them have steak, some have pizza. So what's your first meal as chef?
Oh, and the thing is, usually after the fight's all done, go back, relax, and then we find a big meal. But for this one, I got my brother-in-law, Bruno Pucci. He's fighting on the next card. So we're going to be rushing back to the hotel, getting ready, and I'll be back here for his fight. So more important than a meal for this one is going back and supporting my brother for his fight.
Thanks for your questions, guys. Much appreciated, Christian. Massive congratulations again. Maximum respect and have a great Christmas.